Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anne. This is Scent Solutions. We talk about affordable fragrances here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching. If you're new, welcome on board. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. If you haven't, you'll enjoy it here, I promise. Today, guys, we're talking about some sweet perfumes in my collection. You know those sweet, yummy, decadent perfumes? There's a phrase that is used for it. It's called a perfume sweet tooth. So if you have a perfume sweet tooth, this video right here is for you. I have a number of them. They're slightly over 10. So we'll just get right into it. Today, I'm not going into too much detail with notes and all that. I'm just describing these perfumes to you because they are sweet. So if you're somebody who likes sweet perfumes, I've been kind enough to classify them into, I think, about four groups. Yeah, so there's the caramely sweet ones, the floral sweet, there's spicy sweet, then there's fruity sweet, as well as some gourmand sweet. So we'll see how that goes. Let's start with caramely sweet, and that's ragba. We're starting with ragba. Why not? This is like the holy grail of caramel perfumes in my opinion. Ragba is what I use for layering these days. Like most of my layering combos, especially when I want to sweeten a perfume, is with ragba. I don't think twice. Ragba is that your smoky, sweet, very, very, very sweet. Like literally smells like there's this Weathers sweet. It's like caramel based. That's exactly what this smells like. I love it. Ragba, sweet, 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 sweet caramel. Sweet, woody, smoky, spicy, vanillic caramel. Another one in the caramel family is Sheikh Al Shuk, and this is the Luxe edition. Sheikh Al Shuk, same caramel base, but there's a whole lot more spiciness and smokiness going on here. There's a lot of cinnamon, there's ambroxan. This is really deeper. This has somewhat of an oody touch to it, even though there's no oud listed, but it does feel like it has something slightly oody, woody, and very cinnamony. It's Sheikh Al Shuk, another caramel bomb. Okay, right, so those are the two I'm going to be talking about when it comes to my caramel sweet fragrances. Now we'll move to the florals. And I always talk about this one. I'm all talked out when it comes to Amirat Al Arab, but I can't stop raving about this fragrance. This is more like a fruity floral. It has your fruits, berries in the opening. There's jasmine in the middle, So this one is very soft. It's feminine. It's very intoxicating. I find this to be really, really intoxicating. It's sweet, but in a very elegant manner. Sometimes sweet perfumes, if you're not careful, can come off a little too playful or too cloying. This is not that at all. This is airy, sweet, feminine, elegant. Amirat Al Arab. Next one on my floral line up is this, and this one is Uruk Al Oud. I forgot to mention ruby. So it's Uruk Al Oud ruby. This one has some rose, it has some oud, but it's sweet. This is actually a sweet fragrance for somebody who is a beginner to oud when it comes to oud fragrances. This is actually very, very good. The oud is not overwhelming. It's not skanky. It's not earthy. It's just nice, soft, extremely, extremely feminine. I love this one. But it's a sweet perfume. Again, leaning in that elegant direction. I really, really like this. There's also a slightly resinous quality to it as well. Okay, next in our lineup of floral sweets is this one called Lamsat Harir. Lamsat Harir has an explosion of fruits. in the opening. There's grapes, black currant, so all kinds of berries. Then there's florals, and then it has musk, vanilla. So there's a very sweet grapey opening, right? And it moves into the florals. But this is a sweet bomb. Very, very sweet. In fact, there's people who have classified this as smelling like Coca-Cola. Yeah, it smells like cola, but I started to get that after I heard them. It wasn't the first thing that came to my mind when I smelled this, but to me, this smells like the likes of Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal. Not to say that they are dupes or anything, but they don't even smell alike. But I'm just saying, if you can tolerate a very sweet perfume like Scandal or La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier, you will be able to tolerate this one. It's really, really sweet. Okay, one more floral sweet before we move. And that is this one. This is Velvet Rose. So Velvet Rose is also, again, in that rose oud direction. It is rose, it's oud. Again, the oud is done in a way that is very wearable, especially for somebody who is not a fan of oud. This has a very feminine, elegant quality to it. It feels very soft, very feminine, especially when it dries. But there's a sweetness that carries through this fragrance, and it's amazing. I like this. Really, really pretty and sweet, but sweet and elegant. So you'll notice that the ones that have florals have an elegant touch to them. I guess the florals and then whatever is at the base help to balance that sweetness. All right, next up we now have the fruity sweets. The fruity sweets, okay? So we're going to start with this one that's slightly unisex, and this is Caid Al Fasan. Caid Al Fasan is a pineapple woody type of fragrance. This is, like I said, leans more in the unisex direction. So you get that pineapple burst, but you're also going to get the cedar wood that kind of grounds this. So all those woody notes at the base and things prevents this from being too sweet, or prevents it from, prevents the sweetness from being overpowering. I like that for this perfume. It's a unisex perfume that I enjoy, and I'm not somebody who gravitates naturally towards unisex perfumes, but for this one I make exceptions. It's really nice. A pineapple bomb. Another very fruity one is Private Gold. So Confidential Private Gold by Lattafa as well. This one I understand is supposed to be mimicking, is it Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi. So it's very, very fruity. But the only issue I have with this is that it feels like there's something that is not quite there. I feel like it would have needed some balancing notes. It just feels like all fruits, I feel I would recommend this more to a teenager, somebody who is just delving into the world of perfume, somebody who just wants to smell fun, flirty, fruity, who isn't looking for too much from a perfume. But if you're somebody who appreciates complexity in perfumes, you may not like this, but it's a very simple, very fruity perfume, and it would have its audience. So also really, really sweet. That's why it's on this list anyway. So yeah, we've done two fruity sweets. Now this one, I'll call it fruit. I wanted to class it under gourmands, but same difference. So here you have Camera by Lattafa. This is, we all know this. We all know that it's inspired by Killian's Angel Share. This is dates, cinnamon, it's a very beautiful fragrance that smells like apple pie with date compote slathered on it. It's really, really decadent and very sweet. But that sweetness is kind of balanced by, all the supporting notes in this perfume. But I love it. It's a banger. This one is long lasting, great for cold weather, beautifully sweet. Camera by Lattafa. Okay. Now we have one that I've called my gourmand. In fact, I have two gourmands here that I want to share. This is Nebras. So this is your chocolate. This one feels to me, you know those chocolates where they would say, oh, 34% or 35% dark chocolate, so that the rest of it is obviously maybe white chocolate or something. That's what this feels like. It feels like it's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's gourmand, but it's not too sweet. So it feels like there's a slight hint of something bitter in there to help to balance the sweetness. It's very nice, very creamy, very sweet, very decadent, chocolatey. Nebras by Latafa. So if you're looking for that kind of chocolatey gourmand, this is your jam. Then we have Mother's Dough by Afnan. Now, Mother's Dough is like your cherry chocolate. That's what this is basically. So it's like chocolate covered cherries. If you can imagine that, that's what this perfume is. So it has that sweetness, that decadent, mouth-watering sweetness to it. Mother's Dough Pour Femme by Afnan. Another gourmand that will blow your mind when it comes to sweetness. So, oh yeah, I have one more. So that's my second gourmand. And then my last for today is my spicy sweet, okay? So that is this one, and this is Ajwad by Latafa. Ajwad is your very spicy, sweet vanilla. This is a very sweet fragrance. It's basically supposed to be inspired by Rosie's Vanille. So there's a floral component to this. There's a fruity component. There is a spicy component. But for me, the way this comes off on me is very fruity, very spicy, very, very I don't know whether the word is metallic. There's something cold about this. It's a metallic note in there, but basically sweet, spicy, vanillic, and fruity as well. That's what this is. Very sweet. Okay, here you go, guys. Those are my sweet perfumes in different classes. So if you like any of the groups of perfumes, you can try them out. If you have any of these, please let me know in the comments what you think. And also let me know what your scent of the day is. I'm always curious to know what people are wearing. So let me know your scent of the day. And if you haven't subscribed and you like these kinds of videos, please consider doing so. Just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye, guys.